in our previous class, we started electronic effects, that is in GOC, General Organic Chemistry, GOC. So we are going to discuss electronic effects. Some effects are temporary effects, some effects are permanent effects. So these effects, the reactivity of the molecules, stability of the molecules. Okay, that's why we are going to discuss these electronic effects first. So among them, temporary effects are there, permanent effects are there. What are those temporary effects? Electromeric effects and inductomeric effects. These are temporary effects. Inductive effects, mesomeric effect, or also called as resonance effects, hyperconjugation, and some field effects. All those are permanent effects. So in our previous class, we started inductive effect. So that is along sigma bonds. So that effect is due to sigma bonds. That is two types, plus I effect and minus I effect. Some plus I groups, minus I groups, we discussed there in our previous class. And also we discussed acidic nature of acids, carboxylic acids. With the help of this inductive effect, that inductive effect, we discussed acidic nature of carboxylic acids. Now today we are going to discuss basic nature of nitrogen containing compounds. Now our topic in our inductive effect, continuation topic was, please take a subheading in inductive effects, that is basic nature of amines. Basic nature of amines. What are amines? The amines. So boys, in our organic chemistry, nitrogen containing compounds are treated as bases because nitrogen has a lone pair. That lone pair is donated by the nitrogen. Any species that can donate lone pair to others, so it is lone pair donor. So lone pair donor, according to Lewis theory, it is a base. So lone pair donor, electron pair donor is a base. Nitrogen has that electron pair, boys. That's why it can donate. Therefore, in our organic chemistry, nitrogen containing compounds are generally basic in nature. Most of the cases that nitrogen compounds are basic in nature. So in that nitrogen compounds, the most important class of compounds is amines. So see here, so the best example for that one is amines. What are these amines? These are the derivatives of ammonia. Amines are nothing but derivatives of ammonia. What are the ammonia? Nitrogen, which is bonded with 3 hydrogen boys, and also a lone pair on nitrogen, it is ammonia. So there are 3 hydrogens for ammonia boys, nitrogen here. These hydrogens one by one replaced with alkyl. So that gives respect to amines. See here, one of that hydrogen is replaced with alkyl group, remaining 2 are hydrogens. It is a primary amine. It has NH2 as functional group. Nitrogen, it is NH2, alkyl group wise, or NH2, which is primary amine. One more hydrogen is replaced with alkyl group. So there is nitrogen. This is NH. It is a secondary amine. Here the functional group is NH boys. Nitrogen has lone pair bonded with 2 alkyl groups. Next, that third hydrogen also replaced with alkyl group. And this is lone pair. Okay. So which is called as a tertiary amine. Here nitrogen bonded with 3 alkyl groups. In all cases, nitrogen has a lone pair. That lone pair is donated to others by that nitrogen. That's why nitrogen is considered as a base in these amines. Now, what is among all these compounds, which one is more basic, which one is less basic? The basic strength, which is called as the basicity of the molecules, is clearly explained on the basis of this inductive. Okay, so basicity or basicity or basic strength or basic nature is directly proportional to plus I effect of the group and inversely proportional to minus I effect of the group. So basicity directly proportional to plus I and inversely proportional to minus I. As the number of plus I groups attached to nitrogen are increased, basicity or basic nature increases. Minus I groups increase, basicity decreases. So one more example, one more point. Now basicity is also directly proportional to KBND, dissociation coefficient of phase, and inversely proportional to PKBND, that is PKB value. So please be mind these points. Basicity directly proportional to KB and inversely proportional to PKB. So, but here we are going to discuss inductive effect based concepts. So that is basicity directly proportional to plus IFH and inversely proportional to minus IFH. As the number of plus I groups increases, basic nature increases. As the number of minus I group increases, basic nature decreases. How to explain the concept? So this is about amines first. Let us discuss one by one basic nature of these amines. How it is possible? Okay. So now our topic is basic nature of amines, in particular aliphatic amines. Aliphatic amines means open chain compounds. So subheading. So basic nature of aliphatic amines. Basic nature of aliphatic amines. See here. Basic nature of aliphatic amines. Basic nature of aliphatic amines, boys. See here. That is aliphatic amines, boys. That is our primary, secondary, tertiary. Primary, secondary, tertiary. Balaji, please wait. That is outside. Primary, secondary, tertiary. See here. I am taking tertiary amine. Tertiary amine. And it is a tertiary amine. Tertiary amine. It is a secondary amine. It is a primary amine. This is ammonia, boys. Ammonia. So tertiary, secondary, primary, and ammonia, boys. See here, alkyl groups now. We know alkyl group is plus I group and alkyl group is plus I group. Plus I group shifted this bond pair of electrons towards attached atom. Therefore, alkyl group rotates this one, this bond. That means this sigma bond pushing towards this nitrogen, pushing towards this nitrogen. That means overall, the in nitrogen, at nitrogen, because of these three plus I groups, so electron density on nitrogen increases. As electron density on nitrogen increases, the repulsion between these lone paired electrons and electron density increases. That is why it is quickly out because of more repulsions. Now what happened here? Here only two alkyl groups are attached, boys. That means when compared to here, electron density on nitrogen is less. Therefore, less repulsions are there. That is something is donated, boys. Not this much, really, but some donation is there. So here only one alkyl group is there. It is also plus I group, boys. So these are only two plus I groups. Here only one plus I group. So only one. That means it is donated, but not too much. But not too much. Electron density is less. So now here only hydrogens, boys. These hydrogens not donates any electrons to the that is nitrogen, because it is hydrogen is not plus I group, not minus I group. Hydrogen is not plus I group, not minus I group. That means donates, but not this much. It is slightly donates, boys. Tell me, boys, from where electron pair is quickly out? Quickly donated by nitrogen, from where? It is this 1, 2, 3, 4. Among all these 4, from where hydrogen is quickly donated by nitrogen? From where? Lone pair quickly donated by nitrogen. 1 or 4? Yes, 1. Therefore, so it is more basic. It is less basic. More basic, less basic. Okay. Therefore, order of basic nature, order of basicity, it is better. Order of basicity is tertiary amine greater than, secondary amine greater than, primary amine greater than ammonia. It is with respect to plus I effects of alkyl groups. With respect to, that is important, boys. With respect to plus I effect of alkyl groups, only here we consider plus I effect, boys. Only we consider plus I effect. So because of that, this is the order. Tertiary amines are more basic than, secondary amines more basic than, primary greater than ammonia. It is the first one. Okay. Next. So tertiary amine is represented with R3N. It is R2N. It is R2NH. RNH2. It is NH3. Okay. So this is tertiary amine is more basic than secondary amine, more basic than primary amine, more basic than ammonia. It is basic nature of aliphatic amines only with respect to inductive effect. But inductive effect is not only influencer. That means not only inductive effect is influenced in basic nature, boys. Some steric hindrance, some solvent effects also influences basic nature. If only inductive effect is there, this is the order. But steric hindrance, that means bulky groups restricted the donation. So if steric effects are considered and also solvent effects are considered, the overall basic nature, if other factors also influence, these are the orders I will write. Please note down the points. So note down these points, boys. So this is order of basic nature. When it is only with respect to inductive effects, plus I effects, or in gas phase, or in non-aqueous solvents. So in non-aqueous solvents. So these are the conditions. If you consider only inductive effect, this is the order. If you consider molecules which are in gaseous state, this is the order. If you consider in non-aqueous solvents, that means if water is not a solvent, this is the order. If water is the solvent, that is in aqueous solutions, the order may be changed. So see here. So in aqueous solutions, see here, boys, if alkyl group is methyl, order is secondary greater than, primary greater than, tertiary greater than ammonia. Okay. Next, if R is ethyl, nothing but C2H5. So if R is ethyl group, it is methyl group. Now ethyl group, now it is secondary greater than, tertiary greater than, primary greater than ammonia in aqueous solutions. If R is isopropyl, that is CH3, CH3, boys. If R is isopropyl, that means Bulkiness of the group increase. Small group, big group, biggest group. There is something bigger than this one. So bulkiness increase boys. So that is primary greater than ammonia greater than secondary greater than tertiary. If R is tertiary butyl, if R is tertiary butyl, nothing but CH3, CH3, CH3. This is the group boys. If R is tertiary group butyl, it is ammonia greater than primary greater than secondary greater than tertiary. It is the order of basic natures. So it is the basicity order. So all these orders are based on the combination of one, inductive effects, second one, steric effects, that means bulkiness of the groups boys. Steric effects, third one, solvent effects. Solvent effect is nothing but hydrogen bonding in. Because with water hydrogen bonding is possible because of the hydrogen bonding. So that basicity is maybe changed boys. So these are the orders in aqueous solutions. The order of basicity of amines is like this boys. The order of basicity of amines is like this. So this is very, very, very important. Please keep in mind, everything is important. Only if inductive effect is there. Only inductive effect is considered. So tertiary greater than, secondary greater than, primary greater than ammonia. If other factors are also influenced, these are the orders. So not only inductive effect wise, so steric effect, solvent effect also influence the basic nature. So these we are going to discuss at the end amines second year. In amines second year, we will discuss about these concepts. So but here we are discussing only inductive effect. If inductive effect is only considered tertiary greater than, secondary greater than, primary greater than, ammonia is the answer. Other factors are also considered. These are the answers. Depending on the alkyl group attached. Depending on the alkyl group attached. Okay. Oh, it's not possible, boys. There are a lot of syllabus is there. Lot of syllabus. Okay, not sufficient to us. That time. Next one. Next one. Next. Second point. Aromatic amines. Aromatic amines are less basic than ammonia. Aromatic amines. Aromatic amines means amine group is attached to benzene. So let us take an example. See here. It is NH2. It is aniline. Aromatic amine. Okay. Here this lone pair is involved in resonance boys. Already we covered in chemical bonding. Because of resonance, this lone pair not free to come out. Not free to come out due to resonance. Due to resonance. Therefore, it is less basic. It is less basic. So ammonia, it has no resonance case boys. Ammonia, no resonance. Therefore, more basic. More basic boys. Therefore, aromatic amines are more basic than aliphatic amines, in particular ammonia boys. Why? Because this lone pair involved in resonance, it is not involved in resonance. Therefore, this lone pair not free to come out, but this lone pair is free to come out. So that means this nitrogen ready to donate that electron pair. It is something more basic than this one. So finally, aromatic amines are less basic. Yes, aromatic amines are less basic than ammonia. Next. Next, see here, aliphatic amines. Aliphatic amines are more basic than ammonia. Just we covered, boys. Just we covered. Okay. Therefore, order of basicity is aliphatic amines greater than ammonia greater than aromatic amine. Aliphatic amine greater than ammonia greater than aromatic amine, boys. Very, very, very important. Okay. Yes, I will try. Because lot of theory is there, boys. That's why I'm writing a small letters. Because every point here we are going to discuss. So that's why I'm writing like that. Otherwise, so always it's going to be cleaning it. It takes a lot of time. It wasted a lot of time. That's why I'm writing like this. Okay. Please try to understand. Aliphatic amine is more basic than ammonia, which is more basic than aromatic amine. Already I'm trying to explain. Okay. Thank you. Some more examples. Next, some points, boys. So towards basic nature of nitrogen containing compounds. See here. Next one. In aromatic amines, as number of phenyl rings increases, resonance structures increases, therefore stability increases, therefore basicity decreases. See here, let us observe, it is aniline. It is in resonance, boys. It is a primary amine. Next, NH, one more benzene ring, boys. It is a secondary amine. In aromatic case, it is secondary amine. Next, it is a tertiary amine. See, boys. So as the number of benzene rings increases, resonance increases. Resonance means that lone pair involvement ending. As lone pair involvement increases, not free to coming out. Therefore, this is least basic, this is more basic ending. So it is more basic. It is less basic ending. Therefore, 1, 2, 3. Order of basicity is order of basicity is 1 greater than 2 greater than 3 ending. Order of basicity is 1 greater than 2 greater than 3. It is very, very important in case of aromatic amines. In case of aliphatic amines, reverse is corrected. For aliphatic amines, reverse is correct. For aromatic amines, this is the order, boys. So this is the order because of resonance case. So next. Next, basic nature of some nitrogen containing compounds. Sabedingra. Basic nature of nitrogen containing compounds. One by one, there are a lot of factors, boys, which are explaining basic nature. So see here, first one, what is that effects? Based on electronegativity. Based on electronegativity, we are going to discuss here, boys. So basicity is inversely proportional to electronegativity of atom. It is important, boys. Basicity is inversely proportional to electronegativity. Boys, electronegativity means that a tendency to attract the bond pair of electrons towards it. As electronegativity increases, attracting power increases. As attracting power increases, tendency to lose electrons decreases. Tendency to lose electrons is nothing but basicity. That means that is decreased, therefore basic nature decreases. That means as electronegativity of the atom increases, as electronegativity of nitrogen increases, basic nature decreases. So here the atom is nitrogen, boys. Here the atom is nitrogen. As electronegativity of atom increases, basic nature decreases. See here, let us take examples. Example 1. That is, I am taking pyridine. Pyridine. So nitrogen has a lone pair. It is nothing but pyridine, boys. The name of this compound is pyridine. Okay. Here the nitrogen is sp2 hybridized 9. Double bonded nitrogen, boys. Therefore, it is sp2 hybridized. sp2 hybridized means more electronegativity. So order of hybridized orbitals. So electronegativity order is sp greater than sp2 greater than sp3. sp hybrid orbital has more electronegativity than sp2 greater than sp3. So it is according to as S percentage increases, electronegativity also increases, boys. As S percentage increases, electronegativity also increases. Okay, so here is 50%, 33%, 25%. Therefore, it has more acidic nature. Sorry, more electronegativity. So that means sp2 has more electronegativity. Next, I am taking here and one more compound, boys. Comparison. This is 5-pyridine. Here the nitrogen is sp3 hybridized. Here the nitrogen is sp3 hybridized. So double single bonded nitrogen, boys. So it is less electronegative. So it is 2, it is 1. So boys, tell me which one is more basic? Tell me which one is more basic? It is more electronegative. That means this bond pair is strongly attracted by this nitrogen atom. So, but not this one any. Therefore, it is free to donate. That lone pair is free to donate. Therefore, 2 greater than 1. Therefore, 2 greater than 1 is the answer. 2 greater. That means 5-pyridine is more basic than pyridine. 5-pyridine is more basic than pyridine. It is first case. Next example 2. Let us take example 2. Based on same electronegativity. See here R and H2. R and H2. Next RCH double bond NH. RC triple bond N. RC triple bond N. So this is first compound. This is the second compound. It is a third compound. Here. So here I am taking R means I am taking CH3, boys. So it is a single bonded nitrogen, boys. So that means this nitrogen is sp3 hybridized. This is double bonded nitrogen. This is sp2 hybridized. This is a triple bonded nitrogen. It is sp hybridized, boys. sp hybridized. Tell me which one is more electronegative? 1, 2, 3. Among these three, this nitrogen is more electronegative. More electronegative means not strongly attracted to the electron pair. That means less basic in nature. Less basic in nature. So, but it is less electronegativity. Therefore, it is ready to donate this electron pair. Therefore, basic nature order is 1 greater than 2 greater than 3 Nd. So basic nature order is 1 greater than 2 greater than 3 Nd. Basicity order is 1 greater than 2 greater than 3. Is this clear? Okay. Next, one more example, boys. One more example. Example 3 then. I am taking this molecule. This is lone pair. Next, one more example. Same, boys. So those are the two compounds. Those are the two compounds. Boys, this is sp3 hybridized. This is also sp3 hybridized. But this oxygen, that means this nitrogen is slightly moving towards. It is bonded with oxygen indirectly. But here it is carbon, boys. Oxygen is more electronegative than carbon. It is more electronegative. That means this bond pair is strongly attracted towards that one. This bond pair is strongly attracted towards that one end. Strongly attracted towards that one. Okay. Next. See here. That is why nitrogen electron density on nitrogen decreases. Electron density on nitrogen decreases. Therefore, this is strongly attracted towards nitrogen. So not free to donate that electron pair. Therefore, so it has less tendency to donate electron pair than that of this one. Therefore, it is more basic. That is less basic. Therefore, it is 1. It is 2. Therefore, 1 greater than 2 is the basicity order. 1 greater than 2 is the basicity order, boys. Okay, so this is very, very, very important. 1 greater than 2 is the basicity order. Oh, why not? See here. Here, oxygen. So that means oxygen is more electronegative. But in this place, at this place, this is carbon, less electronegative. So this bond pair, more electronegativity means that bond pair is attracted towards oxygen side. Therefore, this carbon has less electron density that attracts towards this one. Inductive effect is applied, boys. Next, away from. That means it seems to be minus sign. Minus sign group. It seems to be plus sign. Plus I. This is a plus I. Here carbon. That is minus I group. This is plus I group. That is minus I group. This is plus I group. Plus I group increases basic nature. Minus I group decreases basic nature. No doubt that is more electronegative. Therefore, one is more basic than 2. Now is this clear? Okay. Next one. It is first affected. Second effector. Second application, inductive affected. Inductive effect plays an important role to explain the basic nature of some compounds. So see here, already we covered at the time of amides. So not only amides, and some more compounds we will discuss here. See here, basicity is directly proportional to plus side and inversely proportional to minus side. Already we explained minus side. Basicity directly proportional to plus side and minus inversely proportional to minus side. See here examples. I'm taking amine or NH2. It is amine, nitrogen. Next, here NH2OH. It is hydroxylamine. It is amine. OH is hydroxyl, this is amine. This is nitrogen has lone pair. OH boys, oxygen is more electronegative. That is why it is minus I group. Minus I group attached to amine. Here alkyl group, it is electron donating. It is plus I group boys. Plus I group increases electron density on nitrogen. Minus I group decreases electron density. Tell me among 1 and 2, which one is more basic, boys? Among 1 and 2, which one is more basic? 1 or 2? Yes. Therefore, 1 greater than 2 is the basicity order. 1 greater than 2 is the basicity order. Next, second example. Example 2. I am taking amide or CONH2. It is amide ending. It is amide. Next, RNH2. It is amine. Amine. See here, boys. C double bond O. It is minus I group. It is R plus I group. R is plus I group. Tell me, it is minus I group, that is plus I group. It is 1, it is 2. It is 1, it is 2. Tell me which one is more basic? Yes, 2 is more than that of 1 and 8. So therefore, basicity order 2 greater than 1. Basicity order 2 greater than 1. So boys, not only here minus IFH, here this lone pair, nitrogen has lone pair, boys. This lone pair also involved in resonance. That means this lone pair not in free. So here resonance also applicable. Applied. Resonance concept is also applied, boys. Because of this, lone pair is not once again not free. That's why it has less basic nature. It has less basic nature. Next. Next, third effect. One is the electronegative is one of the factors. Second one is inductive effect, another factor. So next, third one, resonance. Also influences basic nature, boys. Resonance also influences basic nature. So let us take just a minute. It is better. This is pyrrolene. The compound is called as pyrrolene. Okay. So this is lone pair, boys. Next, one more compound. This is pyridine. It is pyridine, that is pyrrole. See here, this lone pair is involved in resonance like this. Therefore, this lone pair in resonance. Therefore, not free condition. Now, what about this lone pair? See here, these 3 pi bonds are involved in resonance, boys. Okay, not in resonance. Free to come out. Tell me, boys, which one is more basic, which one is less basic? It is 1, it is 2. Which one is more basic? From where lone pair is easy to come out? 1 or 2? From where that lone pair is easy to come out? Which one gives electron pair quickly? Yes, 2 is the answer. So that means this is not involved in resonance. So therefore it is free. It is easy to come out. Any species which gives electron pair to others is more basic. Therefore, basicity is 1, 2 greater than 1. Basicity is 2 greater than 1. Basicity is 2 greater than 1. It is very, very important. So because resonance, the lone pair which is involved in resonance has less basic nature. The lone pair which is not involved in resonance is more basic in nature. More basic in nature. So it is one of the factors. Okay. It is less basic, it is more basic. So not free, therefore less basic. It is free to come out, therefore more basic. Therefore more basic. That means pyridine is more basic than pyrrole. Pyridine is more basic than pyrrole. Next, one more effect, boys. That is, steric effect may also plays an important role in explaining basic nature. So what about that? Fourth one, STA. Steric. Steric effect means, okay, see here, if bulky groups attach it to benzene ring at ortho position, boys, see here, I'm explaining with an example. This is NH3, NCH3, CH3, boys. This is lone pair. This is lone pair. Okay, I'm taking one more example. One methyl group at ortho position. This is orthora. This is meta, this is para. This is ortho, meta, para. Okay. One more example. Two ortho positions are blocked with bulky groups. Two ortho positions are blocked with bulky groups. See here, boys. At ortho position, bulky groups are attached. At ortho position, bulky groups are attached automatically. Okay. This lone pair is free to go out. So that lone pair is free to go out. Therefore, the lone pair of nitrogen. So it is lone pair of nitrogen. Lone pair of nitrogen. So it is 3. It is 2. It is 1. See here, bulky groups at ortho position. Bulky groups at ortho position decreases delocalization. Decreases delocalization of lone pair. Hence, basicity increases. See here, boys, bulky groups at ortho position. This lone pair is not involved in resonance. Therefore, it is ready to come out. Therefore, it has more basic nature than these two. Therefore, basicity order is 3 greater than 2 greater than 1. Basicity order is 3 greater than 2 greater than 1. Important one. Okay. Next one. Note this point. Very, very important. Okay. See here. I am taking nitrogen in the ring. Boys, this is a tertiary nitrogen. Nitrogen bonded with 3 alkyl groups, which is in ring. Okay, let us take this one as 1, which is not in ring. Okay. So this nitrogen, tertiary nitrogen is ring. This tertiary nitrogen not in ring. Not in ring. So it is 2 and 2. So basicity order is 1 greater than 2. That means a ring compound is more basic than free component, open chain compound. Ring compound is more basic than Opinion. Why, sir? Why not this one is more basic? Why it has less basic? Because it is in open condition. It is involved in flipping it. Flipping. That means interconversion takes place. So inversion takes place. So that means it is involved in flipping. Flipping. That is inversion. So that is inversion, boys. See here, I am taking nitrogen, A, B, C, 3 groups are there, like this. Okay, it is automatically converted into flipping end. Flipping. Nitrogen, A, B, C are coming out. Okay, like this. Okay, because of flipping, that lone pair is not free. So due to this, lone pair not free. When lone pair is not free, not easy to coming out. Therefore, it has a less basic in nature. So therefore, it has a less basic in nature. It is more basic in nature. Less basic in nature, more basic in nature. So this is the way to explain. Yes, low activation energy because of low activation energy. Yes, already I explained it. Okay, because of low activation energy, that is possible. That is possible. So this is about basic nature of some nitrogen containing compounds. Some factors which influencing basic nature of nitrogen compounds. Boys, is this concept clear? Did you catch the concepts? Did you understand the concepts? Please tell me. Okay, all these are very, very, very important. All these are very, very, very important. Okay, now see here. So this is about inductive effect and some concepts related to inductive effect. So this is inductive effect and some concepts related to inductive effects. Okay, this is the end of inductive effect. This is the end of inductive effect. Okay. Now, next effect, next subheading, that is inductomeric effect. Second effect inductomeric effect. Okay, that is IM affected. Boys, it is a temporary affected. It is a temporary effect, inductomeric effect. What is this inductomeric effect? Boys, first of all, I will explain it with an example. After that, I will just say it. Boys, tell me. So there is Br2 molecule. There is Br2 molecule, boys. So both the bromines have same electronegativity. Now, inductive effect. That means is this bond pair moving towards which bromine? This bond pair is tended to move in which side? Either this bromine or no one side That bond pair shifted. Tell me which one is in which side this bond pair of electrons tend to migrate. So this bromine or first, let us take this is first bromine, this is second bromine. In which side that bond pair of electrons tend to move? Yes, it is stay at the middle. Because both the bromines have same electronegativity. That means at this case, bond pair at the middle. At this case, bond pair at the middle. Okay. At the middle case was. Now, that means no inductive effect. No inductive. That means Sigma bonded electrons not moving in any side. Therefore, no inductive effect is there. Now, I am applying water. Water is applied. See here, I'm taking one more example, one more structure. Br. Okay. Water molecule is coming in nearer to this Br2. Water molecule. Oxygen has lone pair bonds. Okay. So this lone pair is donated to this bromine. Now this bond tend to move towards bromine. Now here I effect available is applied. So it is a reagent. That means actually the molecule has no effect, no I effect. But in the presence of reagent, the I effect is developed. Did you catch the concept? But in the presence of reagent, I effect is applied. Because so this lone pair is tend to move this bromine side. That is empty Dr plus are there. So this lone pair is donated to that empty Dr plus. Automatically this is electron rich voice. That is why this is moving towards that bromine side, that bond pair. That means so inductive effect is applied. So developed. Inductive effect is developed. It is better to go with. Inductive effect is developed, boys. That means this inductive effect is developed only in the presence of reagent. Okay, this type of inductive effect is called as inductomeric effect. That means an inductive effect is developed in the molecule only in the presence of reagent. Otherwise, that is neutral. The type of effect is called as inductomeric effect. So see here, what is the definition for? That is increase in inductive effect. Increase in inductive effect of a group or molecule, of a group or a molecule in the presence of reagent. In the presence of reagent is inductomeric effect. Inductomeric effect or in the presence of reagent bond polarized. It is a bond polarization. This one gets partial positive charge, this one gets partial negative charge. Bond polarized. So bond polarized. Okay. That is bond polarization. It is better. Takes place. Bond polarization takes place. So this is like inductive effect. This is called as inductomeric effect. Whatever you want. So this is inductomeric effect. It is in the absence of reagent, that is water, but this is in the presence of reagent, that is water. Presence of reagent, that is water. So this is about inductomeric effect. Did you catch the concept? Is there any doubt, boys? Is there any doubt? Actually, there is no inductive effect. Only in the presence of reagent that inductive effect is developed. If this reagent is removed, inductive effect is nullified. Once again, behaves like this. If this reagent is removed, inductive effect is nullified and behaves like this. That means this effect takes place only in the presence of reagent. Only at the time of reagent, the effect is developed. So that is why it is called as a temporary effect. That is why this is called as a temporary effect. Okay, so it is endectomeric effect, boys. So sometimes in a very rare cases this is applied in our chemical molecules. Next subheading. Next subheading. So, because this lone pair is donated to that one, automatically this bond pair shifted. So that means our equilibrium situation was equilibrium. So something is added, that is nullified, that is going outside direction, other direction. Like this one also possible. Okay. If this lone pair is attached to this one, then added electron pair is shifted towards, or because of repulsion. Yes. Yes, because of repulsion, this lone pair is slightly moving towards other carbon, other bonded atom. Yes, because of repulsion. Next subheading, electromeric affected. Third one, electromeric effect, which is called as E affected. Electromeric effect, E affected. What is this electromeric effect? It is just like endectomeric effect, boys. But in previous case, that is in sigma bonds. Now it is in pi bonds. Only presence of pi bond, this effect is there. Only in the presence of reagent, this effect is up. See here. So here, only in the presence of pi bonding. Only in the presence of reagent. Only in the presence of reagent. That is why. So it is also temporary affected. This is also temporary effect, boys. Boys, endectomeric effect along the sigma bonds, but it is along pi bond, only in the presence of pi bonds. Okay, see here, let us observe. There is a double bonded compound. A double bonded compound. Okay, now a reagent, electrophile is added. Electrophile is added. It is reagent. Reagent. Now this more electron, pi bond means more electron is here, so catches that electrophile, boys. Because of that, so this carbon gets positive charge, this carbon gets negative charge, that negative charge is attached with this E and E. Now it converts into like this. It is E. This carbon gets positive charge. Okay. Now see here. Here pi bonds moving towards reagent. Pi bonds moving towards, shifted towards pi bond. Here pi bond shifted towards reagent. Here pi bond shifted towards reagent. Let us take one more example. I am taking this one, boys. C double bond. Okay. Now I am taking a reagent. I am taking reagent here. Cyanide. Cyanide is the reagent. I am taking Cn minus cyanide any. Okay. So this is cyanide, because oxygen is more electronegative than carbon. Oxygen gets, this pi bond is shifted towards oxygen side. So this carbon gets negative charge. This reagent attacked to this one. That means here this pi bond shifted away from reagent, away to the reagent, shifted away from the reagent. So second case, here pi bonds shifted away from reagent. Pi bond shifted away from reagent. Both is possible, boys. In this case, pi bond towards reagent. In this case, pi bond away from reagent. So because of this reason, this electromagnetic effect, two types. This electromagnetic effect, two types. One is plus E effect, and the other one is minus E effect. In plus E effect, pi bond shifted towards reagent. In minus E effect, pi bond shifted away from the reagent. So this is plus E compound concept wise. This is minus E compound. So it is takes place only in the presence of reagent. If no reagent is there, this effect is nullified. That is why it is temporary concept. It is a temporary concept. Okay, so this is electromagnetic effect. Electromagnetic effect only in the presence of pi bond and reagent. In inductomagnetic effect only in the presence of reagent, that too along sigma bond. Inductomagnetic effect, sigma bond in the presence of reagent. Electromagnetic effect, pi bond in the presence of reagent. Both these are temporary effects. Both these are temporary. So electromagnetic effect, two types: plus E effect and minus E effect. In plus E effect, pi bond shifted towards reagent, and in minus E effect, pi bond shifted away from the reagent. So this is easy to identify whether it is plus E effect or minus E effect. It is only applicable in the presence of reagent. So this is different. So inductive effects, electromagnetic effect, that is inductomagnetic effect. Three effects we completed here. Is there any doubt up to now? Is there any doubt? Okay. So next concept, that is resonance effect, which is also called as mesomeric effect. Resonance effect, mesomeric effect. Before going to take this concept, let us discuss about resonance. Already we explained at the time of chemical bonding, boys. In chemical bonding, that resonance concept is applied. Just I'm going to discuss briefly here. What is resonance? Why this resonance is applied? So here briefly designed. After that, we will discuss with examples. So later we will discuss in that is resonance effect, which is also called as mesomeric effect. That's why next one. Resonance. Resonance. Sir, why this resonance concept is required? Why next our effect is resonance effect or mesomeric effect. That needed this resonance. That is why I'm trying to explain resonance. After completion of resonance, we will discuss that mesomeric effect or resonance. Okay. First of all, resonance. Sir, why resonance is required? Resonance is the hypothetical concept. Resonance is hypothetical concept that explains some concepts, that is like bond order, bond length, bond energy, stability, like parameters, like properties of molecules which are not explained directly by a single molecule. But directly by a single structure. A single structure cannot explain all the properties of a particular molecule. To explain all those properties, the resonance concept is introduced. That is where resonance is required. So my question is, why resonance? Why resonance concept is needed? My answer is to explain. Okay. Some properties of compounds, those are not explained with a single structure. Those are not explained by a single structure, which is nothing but conventional structure. That is not explained by a conventional structure. It's called a required this resonance bias. What are those properties, sir? Some properties. These properties are nothing but bond length, bond energy, bond order, stability, like these compounds. Like these properties, those are explained with the help of this resonance concept. So those are not explained at the time, those are not explained in conventional structure. So that is why this resonance concept is applied. Now, what is resonance, sir? Next, my question is, what is resonance, sir? What is resonance? See here, boys. Resonance is hypothetical concept and exists only on paper. Boys, it is completely hypothetical concept. Okay, so there is no proof, boys. So I'm writing just on paper, but not clear evidence. Okay, a single molecule exists in 2 or more structures. A single molecule exists in 2 or more structures without changing their single bonds, that is sigma bonds, position of atoms, by changing. See here, what is resonance? A single molecule exists in 2 or more structures. A single molecule exists in 2 or more structures without changing the position of atoms, sigma bonds and sigma bonds. But due to changing of pi bonds and or lone pairs. Pi bonds and or lone pairs. Okay, so is called resonance, and those structures are called as resonating structures or canonical structures or constituents or contributing structures, boys. Okay, so what is resonance, sir? Resonance means existence of a single molecule in more than one structure without changing their sigma bonds, without changing their atoms positions, but position of pi bonds and lone pairs may be changed. That gives different structures, boys. All those structures are collectively called as resonance structures or canonical structures or contributing structures and the phenomenon is known as resonance, boys. Resonance. So due to this resonance, the stability of the molecule is abnormally increased. Due to this resonance, molecule loses energy. That means it loses energy because of resonance. That energy is called as resonating energy. So because of resonance, molecule loses energy, its energy is decreased. That's why its stability is increased. That is why its stability is increased. So this is about resonance, boys. This is about resonance. Okay. So boys, here in resonance structures, number of sigma bonds not changed. Number of atoms not changed. Number of sigma bonds not changed. Number of atoms not changed. Their positions are also not changed. But I'm writing here. But pi bonds may change to sigma, pi bond may change it to lone pair, or lone pair may change it to pi bond. But number of unpaired electrons must be same in all resonance structures. Number of unpaired electrons must be same in all resonance structures, boys. Unpaired electrons not changed. Say number of sigma bonds not changed. Number of atoms positions are not changed. But pi bonds and lone pairs may change. Right? Sometimes pi bond change it to say lone pair change it to pi bond. These are possible. Right? These are possible. Okay, but number of unpaired electrons in all resonating structures, all canonical structures, all contributing structures is the same. Right? So these are the important conditions for us. Very, very, very important. Okay, actual molecule structure is the combination of all these resonance structures. So next point. So before going to take some example, one example here. See here. See here, I'm taking an example 1,3-butadiene. 1,3-butadiene. CH2 double bond CH, CH double bond CH2. Boys, this pi bond shifted like this pi bond, this one. Here, the position of these pi bonds are changed, but not sigma bonds. See here, CH2, single bond CH, double bond CH, CH2. Boys, this pi bond converts into lone pair. So this bond here, this carbon loses electron, boys. This one gets positive charge, this one gets negative charge. Okay. So here no unpaired electrons, here no unpaired electrons. Here no unpaired electrons. Here also no unpaired electrons. But I'm writing this structure like this. CH2, single bond CH2. CH2, single bond CH2, boys. See here, pi bond means one electron, one electron. Here pi bond means one electron, one electron. If this electron gives a bond between these two, so this one gets unpaired electron, this one gets unpaired electron. So two unpaired electrons are there. Two unpaired electrons are there, boys. Okay. Two unpaired electrons. Here no unpaired electron, no unpaired electron. Here two unpaired electrons. That means number of unpaired electrons must be same. Here two unpaired electrons, no unpaired electron, no unpaired electron. Therefore, these two are resonance structures. But this is not a resonance structure. That means, so all the existing lone pairs pi bonds are accepted, but not unpaired. So if unpaired electrons are there, equal number of unpaired electrons are required. So here no unpaired electron, here no unpaired electron, but this one contains unpaired electrons in it. So actually this one also no unpaired electrons we expected. but two unpaired electrons. That's why this is not considered as, this is not a resonance structure. Only these two resonance structures are possible for 1,3-butadiene. That is what I told here. So maybe sigma bonds change it to lone pairs change it to sigma bonds. That is pi bonds change it to lone pairs, or lone pairs change it to pi bonds. That is accepted. But if unpaired electrons are there, equal number of unpaired electrons must maintain. Equal number of unpaired electrons must maintain. So that is the minimum criteria, boys. That is compulsory for resonance. Okay. Charge, no problem. No problem. Charge is accepted. So that is lone pair conversion means negative charge. One gets positive charge. Accepted. But charged one is less stable than uncharged one. So this is less stable. This is more stable, boys. Okay. So charged structure is less stable than that is a chargeless structure. Okay. It is more stable. It is less stable. Next, actual molecule structure is combination of all these resonance structures. Combination of all the canonical structures. Called as resonance hybrid. So that is the combination of all structures, boys. That is a resonance hybrid. This resonance hybrid has less energy than canonical structures. This resonance hybrid has, okay. So this resonance hybrid has less energy than canonical structures. So actually canonical structures have more energy, but this one has less energy. So canonical structures may or may not having equal energies, but one structure has more energy, one structure has less energy, but resonance hybrid has very much less than that canonical structures energy. Okay, see here I'm taking this concept, that is I'm taking benzene, boys. Resonance, boys, symbol for resonance is double-headed aurora. It is a symbol for resonance. It is a symbol for resonance, boys. So double-headed arrow. Next, I'm writing this structure like this. Next, I'm writing this structure. These are the contributing structures, boys. Okay. So these are all contributing structures for benzene. Example, benzene. So these two structures are given by Kekulé. That is, these are called as Kekulé structures. These three structures are called as Dewar structures. Okay. So all these are 5 canonical structures. Okay. So combination of all these 5 canonical structures, benzene has this structure. So atom placement, sigma bonds are not changed, boys. So that gives 3 pi bonds like this. 3 pi bonds like this. It is benzene resonance hybrid of resonance hybrid structure of benzene. So more stable. less energy. More stable, less energy. That means this contains all these five structures. Combination of all these five structures gives one structure, and that is hybrid structure of all these. So in this structure, so these Kekulé structures are 80%. These D1 structures are 20%. That means all the structures are not equally contributed in resonance hybrid voice. May or may not be possible. All these resonance structures, in some cases, all these five structures are equivalent and equally contributed in this structure, but sometimes may not be equal. Here it is may not be equivalent. Here may not be equal. That means all the resonance structures, all canonical structures are equally, not equally or equally contributed in resonance hybrid voice. So it is less energy, more stable. So these have canonical structures have more energy, less stable. More energy, less stable. That means when compared to canonical structures, resonance hybrid has less energy and hence more stability voice. And hence more stability. So canonical structures, all canonical structures may or may not be having same energy. One having more energy, one having less energy, whatever it may be. But something more than that of this hybrid structure. For example, see here, if A, B, C are canonical structures of a molecule, if A, B, C are canonical structures of a molecule, so energy of A greater than energy of B greater than energy of C. This is the energy order of canonical structures of a compound. Then, so because of resonance, so molecule loses some energy and that energy is called as resonance energy. That resonance energy is the, which is called as resonance energy. This resonance energy is the energy difference of highest energetical one, and least energetical canonical structures. It is resonance energy is the difference of energies of, it is the least and highest end, least and highest end. So the overall value we will get negative end. It is less energy, it is more energy. Less energy minus more energy, that gives negative voice. So it is delta H. That means resonance energy always negative end. That is nothing but exothermic. What is resonance energy? It is the energy difference. It is the energy difference of energy of least canonical structure to the energy of highest canonical structure. So energy of least canonical structures to the energy of highest canonical structure, that energy difference is called as resonance energy. Resonance energy is always negative, therefore it is exothermic. It is exothermic. So stability of the molecule, is directly proportional to resonance energy per ring end. Stability of the molecule is directly proportional to resonance energy per ring. Ring molecules generally gives this concept was, or per structure, per molecule or per ring. Resonance energy per ring. So more resonance energy per ring, more is the stability of the molecule. More is the stability of the molecule. Let us discuss with an example. So see here. Molecule resonance energy per ring end. First one, benzene. It has only one ring, boys. Benzene. Okay, its resonance energy is 36. I am writing kilocalorie per mole. So it is 36 kilocalorie per mole. 36 kilocalorie per mole. Only one ring is there. Therefore, 36 by 1, which is equal to 36. Okay, next one. Naphthalene. Naphthalene. It has 2 benzene rings fused, boys. Number of rings 2. So its resonance energy is 61. Therefore, 61 by 2, that is 30.5 resonance energy per ring. Next, anthracene. Anthracene. It has 3 benzene rings, boys. Anthracene, 3 benzene rings. Its resonance energy is 84. So resonance energy per molecule is 84 by 3. How much? So 3 2s. That is, how much it is? 28. 28. Next, phenanthracene. It has 3 resonance structures, 3 benzene rings like this, boys. This is phenanthracene, 3 benzene rings. Its resonance energy is 92. It has 92 by 3 Ne. How much its value? It is 30.6 Ne. Tell me, boys, among these 4 compounds, which one is more stable? So the order of stability. So it is benzene. So rings resonance energy per ring. It is more, and therefore order of stability is equal to benzene. Boys, see here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 greater than next chance. 2 and 4 almost have same energy. 2 and 4 almost have same energy. So therefore, 2 is almost all equal to 4, which is greater than 3. Which is greater than 3. So this is the order of stability, boys. This is the order of stability. So resonance energy per ring we will discuss, boys. Resonance energy per ring we will discuss. Okay. So tomorrow we will discuss what are the conditions for resonance and what is resonance effect and mesomeric effect. Tomorrow we will continue, boys. So this is about a small information towards that resonance. Okay. So thank you one and all.